Good morning, everybody. So, I'm Mahesh Varan. I work as a National Manager for Web Streams handling DLP for the SAARC region. So, my job role, of course, other than doing sales and pre-sales, demands me to do data loss risk assessments for customers and also derive implementation strategies for deploying DLP in large customers and prospects. So, in this session, I'll be giving a consultant overview of some of the best practices that the customers need to be aware of before implementing DLP and while implementing a DLP solution. Following that, I'll be running through a case study from Gartner from one of our customers on executing a data security governance project. And lastly, I'll be showing or give you an overview of the data loss risk assessment survey that we carried out recently for some of our customers. With that, let's get going. So, we and also the other analysts from the industry feel that organizations have to stick to these five-prong approach while implementing a DLP solution. And in this slide, I'll be touching upon some of the best practices that needs to be adopted in each of these phases. So let's go in with the first phase, the data and risk identification. So this is the most important or the critical phase while planning out a DLP deployment, and the success or failure of deploying DLP at an organization would entirely depend on how we plan this particular phase. And some of the factors that we have to consider in this particular phase would be, of course, scoping it right. I think Vishal mentioned about this in a brief way. We have seen organizations trying to classify everything, and finally they end up implementing a DLP solution which becomes totally unmanageable. And we have also seen customers trying to classify data first and then implement data protection strategies, but the data classification process itself takes lots of time and they end up not implementing data protection strategies at the time that they have intended. So scoping becomes very important. So what we recommend customers is to start off with critical business units in an organization. So it could be, let's say for instance, if the organization is focused on developing intellectual property, we recommend organizations to look out critical business units which is very important for them, or it could be like business units that have sensitive information or corporate sensitive information, or it could be even a project specific information. So like one of the customers would demand a project specific information to be protected and DLP strategies to be developed for this particular information. So the scoping has to be minimal and right, and once it's done and once DLP strategies are implemented, probably the scope can be extended to other business units and other information that the organization wants to protect. Second important factor would be setting up the responsibility matrix. So even before implementing a DLP, we recommend at least 3 responsibility matrix to be set right. The first being the responsibility of letting IT or security know what needs to be protected should lie with the business unit head. I'm sure you would agree that unlike other security technologies, security team would not be able to enforce the policy when it comes to sensitive information, as they would not be aware of what information is critical for a specific business unit. And the second responsibility would be the responsibility of determining the life cycle of an information again would lie with the business unit head or the person who is being delegated from the business unit. So when I say the life cycle, the moment the information transits itself from private to public, the business unit head should inform the security team about it, and that particular data should not be monitored for any data leaks. And the third and the most important responsibility would be from incident management and reporting perspective, which I'll be covering in detail in the fifth phase. Now, so whenever we set the scope and identify the business units and set the responsibility matrix, it is also very important to keep in mind that essential information on that particular business unit needs to be focused first, or the information that would result in most number of risks or the largest risk if it gets leaked out. So focus on this particular information to start with, and then use the tool or use the DLP tool to find out the other critical information that could be there with that particular business unit or the organization. So once the data and risk identification is done, the second phase would be the actionable auditing phase. So no customer that we have seen actually deploy the DLP system in protection mode when they start with. The reason being, they're not aware in terms of what all business processes or what all channels allow this information to go outside the organization. And just like blocking some data which is very critical for a business unit might result in business implications. So they would first try and identify, or we recommend organizations to identify where all is the sensitive information residing within the organization, rather do a discovery. So say for instance, if marketing business unit says a security team that the marketing strategy document is important for them. So during the auditing phase, the security team would help the marketing team to discover where all is this marketing strategic document residing within the organization, or get them an inventory of this information regarding the organization. So this can indirectly lead us to the probable sources of information leak. So once this is done, the security team also helps business units to find out how is this sensitive information going outside the organization. Like what all business processes or what all channels allow this information to go out. So I would just give you a real-time scenario that we have seen in one of the deployments. So when we actually when we were doing a deployment in the auditing phase, we found out that lots and lots of business-related information were uploaded to the mail from a specific business.